Hey guys, and today I'm going to be showing you my first 10 games of the first weekend of January, I believe it was, the first weekend of January, yeah, just because this month I want to try and get elite, in FUT Champions, so I really wanted to record it and just show you guys some gameplay and perhaps, talk about some stuff on FIFA, maybe get your advice where I'm going wrong in game to make me a better player, and maybe I'll be able to help you with, a few things in FIFA that you might be troubled with. But whilst I let this gameplay run, I'm just going to discuss the controversial topic of scripting, handicap, and momentum, and whether or not, well, not whether or not they're in FIFA, but whether or not there's enough evidence to support that they are in FIFA, and whether or not I believe they are in FIFA. Personally, I do not believe they're within the game. Simply because the coding and time it would take to inscript this into the game would be absolutely ridiculous. For example, EA have taken several months to fit this certain kit glitch, that occurs before going into a game, where it shows the wrong kit, and then often it could lead to a kit clash in game, which does infuriate people because it does, restrict their gameplay. Really, it does restrict their gameplay. So for them to be able to encode a script and handicap certain things in the game would be utterly ridiculous. However, if it was to be that one of them was in the game, I would be surprised if it wasn't momentum, because as a frequent career mode player, I often feel momentum in career mode, and I often experience momentum, whether it's for me or against me, and it wouldn't surprise me if EA, made a mistake or purposely encoded it into another game mode as well as career mode. But anyway, as you can see here in the background, we do take a 2-0 lead in this game, in the second game of FUT Champions, and yeah, we're going to the second half. But yeah, so really scripting, I feel like, if you believe in scripting, then I believe it's just an excuse. So when you have plenty of shots in a game and your opponent has only a few, and your opponent comes out with a win, it's simply just bad finishing and bad chances. I'm one to blame it. I'm one to say, oh wow, I've had 15 shots here and he's had 2 and he's won the game. I'll be the first to say, oh, I should have won that game, that's scripting. Or, well, I wouldn't have said scripting, but that's bullshit. That's EA bullshit. But really, it's just my bad gameplay and perhaps my opponent's good gameplay, and really I need to, change up how I play at some points, and like when your opponent changes something, react and change something myself to stay in the game, perhaps, or or to take a further lead, or so there are my thoughts on scripting and how some people use it as an excuse, but personally I do not believe it to be in the game. Momentum, however, I've already spoken about how I've felt it in career mode, and to a certain extent I felt it on Ultimate Team, but I don't know if that could all just be in my head. I could have never felt it. It's just, people changing stuff in game. For example, you go 1-0 up and then your opponent will change something and score straight away, and I'll be sitting there thinking that is definitely momentum, that how he's just got straight back in the game. But really, it could quite easily be, him just changing something and you haven't changed to, stop that change affecting the game. So yeah, that could just be hidden as momentum for some people, but I really feel as though, often it isn't the game. Sometimes it's just how the user changes, and often, like, how the user changes their gameplay, or perhaps you don't change yours, is sometimes how scripting could be seen and momentum could be seen. Handicap, however, I think is absolutely rubbish. I know plenty of the pros believe it to be in the game. You know, bronze benching, if you have a lower rating, you know, you get matched up against worse people, and, you know, your big players, if you have a high rating, they get nerfed so that, you know, the lower players still have, the lower teams, rated team still has a chance. Honestly, I just think it's a load of rubbish. I believe that, again, FIFA can't script or code that into a game if they can't, you know, sort out a simple glitch like the kit glitch or the team rating. I think it'd be ludicrous to use that as an excuse. But as you can see here in the background, we are pummeling this guy, just can't get the ball in the back of the net. Smolov puts it in to Giovinco, weak shot, Butland saves, and it goes all the way to penalty. Lukaku steps up and finishes it, and then Giovinco steps up and tucks it away nicely. But yeah, we do eventually go on to lose this penalty shootout, I believe, and that led to a bit of a sticky patch, which, you know, when I lose a game, I really do need to take a break, and, you know, I can't let my rage and my emotions get in the way in further games just because I was annoyed in the last match, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if whenever I lose, I should just take a longer break. But, you know, for you people that do play FUT Champions, you'll know how hard it is to fit all your games in a weekend. But for some of you who don't, you know, you might not understand how hard it is to play FUT Champions. It is very, very tough to take a loss on the chin and be able to go back into a game and play well, because that's what it's about in FUT Champions. It's all about playing well and getting results. And as you see here, Butland saves the Matic penalty. So yeah, we don't make it out. Well, we don't get the third win, and then we come up against this super team with Ronaldo, Benzema into Kovacic, Kovacic into Ronaldo, Ronaldo bangs it, and Modric gets the follow-up. Frustrating, them sort of goals. They're the sort of goals where you think, well, some people would think, you know, scripting, but that's not scripting. That's just, you know, maybe your keeper having a worsened stat to what he could have had there, in which he just saved a penalty. But Donnarumma's an okay goalkeeper. Can see him getting an upgrade, so I'll hold on to his inform for now. And really, he should be saving that. But yeah, with the cancelled weekend league for the third weekend in January, means it's 72 wins to get elite for the month now, instead of the 97 that you needed from the 4 weeks. So now 3 weeks to get 72 wins. Haven't done the calculations yet. I'll just do that now to see what it is. But it's made it harder and it's made it easier at the same time, because now, you know, we don't have to play that extra weekend of FUT Champions. You know, we don't have to play another 40 games of FIFA in a weekend. Gives you that little bit of a break. But at the same time, I needed to get 26 twice. Now I only need to get 27 once. So really, it's probably been a benefit not having FUT Champions this weekend. But yeah, if we were to know that these were the things to get elite for the month at the start of the month, you know, to know that the third weekend was to be cancelled, and we knew we had to get 72 wins, I would have known that we needed to get 24 wins per week, which is a lot easier, really, comparing you needed to get 24, 24, 24 and 25 to get, you know, elite for the month before the cancelled weekend. It's considerably easier. You know, you don't have to get 25 one week, you just have to get the 3 24s. But yeah, of course, going into it, you know, we didn't know that. So yeah, slight advantage but slight disadvantage, as you'll see next weekend. Well, you'll see the highlights of the next weekend league after this one soon, and you'll see how I got in that one. So yeah, look forward to that one. But yeah, the no loss glitch is another thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. and it's massive. I think it was right to cancel this weekend league, but I do think it's wrong to use. That may sound hypocritical because in the past I have used a no-loss glitch to win games, but it is wrong. I won't be using this one. I do know how to use it. I'm not going to tell you how to use it, but I will not be using this one just because I don't want to risk my account getting banned or, you know, locked, because I've put money into this game, and to put money in this game, then use a cheat essentially to win, and I just don't think that would be sensible and something I really want to do just to get a few more coins when I could get all my coins taken away for it. So in my opinion, it's not worth the risk, so I would advise not to do it. I don't know if it's still in the game, but I have not checked up. I've just kind of kept away from it. I've just played a few games of FIFA over the weekend instead of playing weekend league, but yeah, I've been getting all right over the weekend. I've got a new player in the squad coming up for the final weekend of FUT Champions this month, and yeah, I'm looking forward to using him because he's tearing shit up out of FUT Champions right now, or in the qualifications, sorry. But yeah, it's game changing really. The no-loss glitch could have ruined some people's weekend league, but also could have, you know, just completely made their weekend league, if you know what I mean. Like, they could have gone 40-0, the people that know the no-loss glitch. It was really that massive, and it's important that EA have cancelled the weekend, because it would be massive for people qualifying for the pro tournaments and the competitive tournaments, because it would have left a lot of cheaters getting qualified undeservedly over players that are just simply better, and that is something that EA really needed to address, and hopefully they have fixed it. And I hope that this weekend is fine, there's no loss glitch, so I can hopefully try and get elite, because I know how many wins I need to get elite for the month. You guys do not know yet. You'll know in a couple of days. But as you can see here, 90th minute, we win a penalty. Chris Smalling takes us out, gets a red card. Hazard steps up and puts it in. I was very nervous at that point, because that was, you know, I felt as though I deserved to win, you know, but the stats say otherwise. But I still, you know, believed I deserved to win, and that takes us up to bronze 1. And then we come up against this team. But yeah, I hope you guys do like. Oh, sorry, excuse that. I hope you guys do like this. I'm going to be showing 10 games from each weekend. I might show 20 from the final weekend, especially if we can get elite. But my prediction is I will miss elite for the month by 1 or 2 wins, because I just don't think I have the bottle. I need to carry on playing FIFA during this week leading up to the final weekend league for me to have to stand a chance of getting elite, because I'll be out of sorts going into the weekend league, and I will just not play well, and that will affect my gameplay, and you know, will eventually lead into me not doing well in the weekend league and not getting elite. But what I want to know from you guys, if you've made it all the way in this video just listening to my boring voice, I just want to know, what's your best player you've got from weekend league rewards, if you've, you know, if you do play the weekend league? Because for me, I've packed red inform Mkhitaryan, but that is the only player I've ever got from any FUT Champions rewards, apart from Douglas Costa the first ever week I'd done it. That is it. In my opinion, that it just hasn't been worth it so far, so I'm carrying on playing just to finally hit that luck. But yeah, as you can see here in the final game, Son goes for a goal and does miss, so we end up losing this final game of the episode. And I can reveal to you that this weekend, or the first weekend of January, we did achieve 24 wins. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. Smash subscribe and peace.